Good afternoon, my lovelies, and welcome to a slightly overcast and cooler Friday lunchtime. I hope you're all well. So this lunchtime I've just finished work, so I've got no Miss Lou with me today. So this morning I woke up and suddenly realised what day it was today. And that got me thinking, why do we have such an innate fear of Friday the 13th? Why is it so stuck in our psyche? So I thought, well, I'll have a little dabble on the internet and I'll have a look and see what I can come up with. And I was quite surprised because it dates back further than I thought. So most countries and cultures and civilizations have had some kind of fear or wariness of Friday the 13th. And the earliest recollection I can find is that it dates back to Christianity, the beginnings of Christianity. We all know the scene of the Last Supper. So apparently there were 13 people sitting round the table at Last Supper, and one of them was Judas, and he told tales, and Christ was crucified on a Friday. So a lot of Christianity is revolved around it being 13 being bad luck because somebody went and told tales, and Friday was when he was crucified. The other most common thing I came up with was with Prince Louis the IV of France, and in 1307 he had all the Knights Templar arrested because he wanted access to their money, their power, you know, because they were considered quite important. So he had them all arrested for whatever silly charge he could come up with, and he had them all put to death. And there were 13, and they were all put to death on Friday the 13th. Charming man. Don't think I'd like to get on his wrong side. Fridays were considered quite unlucky for hundreds of years. There is a book called The Canterbury Tales. Never read it, but it states on a Friday fell all mischance. So what the author was saying was that if anything was due to go wrong, it would go wrong, and it would go wrong on a Friday. Strange. Also, Fridays were reserved for people who were put to death. For some reason, Fridays were reserved for public hangings or whatever, people put to death. So that's another reason why a Friday is considered bad luck. The other most recent reason why people fear Friday the 13th is down to modern pop culture. With books and films, especially in the 20th century, that have been titled or glorify a Friday the 13th. I mean, most of us have seen the films Friday the 13th, or we've read the books. So a lot of the fear for the more modern day people like us who grew up in the 20th century and those in the 21st, we associate Friday the 13th with pop culture, movies, books, And this has been going since the beginning of the 20th century. The number 13 is considered, in some cultures it is considered unlucky. I know a lot of places, a lot of flats and stuff or hotels do not have a door 13. Houses do not have a number 13 on their door because it's considered bad luck. There's a lot of superstition surrounding 13, but you take that as you will. To me, it's just superstition. I don't take any notice of it, to be honest, because if it's going to go wrong, it will go wrong regardless of the day or the date. But it was just something that, you know, we could try and learn about, have a think about, wondered where all this myth and mythology came from Friday the 13th. Considering we've known it forever and we always fear that day turning up. But there you go, lovelies, that's a little rundown on the most superstitious day of the year, Friday the 13th. So, I'm now going to go home, lovelies, for a cup of tea and a bite to eat. So, hope you all have a very blessed Friday, regardless of the day. Look after yourselves, lovelies. Be kind to one another. You don't know what that other person's going through. And as always, lovelies, sending you much love and many blessings.